Exercise S2. Concentrating on consonant clusters.
Snowflakes swirled around the makeshift huts as the drifts, shifted by the howling winds, mounted up against the walls. The drafty huts creaked and groaned in response. Then door hinges squeaked as abominable snowmen stepped across the thresholds into the sparsely furnished rooms. Marge strained her vocal cords as she screamed in an attempt to bring help. Her blood-curdling screams woke her from the terrible dream.
Exercise S3. Focusing on stress patterns.
Theaters of the Elizabethan period were open-air constructions in which poorer members of the audience, the groundlings, stood in a space called the pit around three sides of a projecting rectangular platform that formed the main stage. Most of the perimeter of the building comprised covered, tiered galleries, and it's here that the wealthier members of the audience sat. A roof supported on two pillars projected from the back wall and covered part of the stage. The main stage was hollow and could be accessed from below through trap doors set in the floor. The main stage also had a door on either side at the back, which gave access to the dressing rooms. Between these doors was a small recess, usually curtained off, that could be used for extra stage space. Above this recess was a balcony sometimes used by musicians or, when necessary, by actors in a performance.
Exercise S4. Focusing on linking words.
It's simply not feasible for every university library in the nation to contain all the books, journals, and resource materials that university students and faculty need for their research. So what have libraries done to meet the needs of their users? Well, several things, in fact. While some money is used for the yearly purchasing of hardbound books and current journals that are recommended by professors, other funds are used to obtain materials that have been put on microfilm and microfiche. These techniques have proved extremely useful for adding informative materials to a library's collection at a low cost and without taking up much space. Another way libraries have increased access has been to invest in computers. Computers are linked to collections in other libraries. Professors and students can perform a computer search to find a library that has the material they need. The material can then be ordered and checked out through the interlibrary loan system, which costs the user a nominal shipping fee.
Exercise S5. Focusing on intonation.
Professor Klein?
Yes?
I'm Robert Daly. The work-study office sent me.
Oh, I've been waiting for them to send someone. Did you say your name was Robert?
Yes.
What's your major, Robert?
Zoology.
Good. You have some science background then. Let me show you what we're doing in our lab.
Will I be working in the biology lab?
Yes. We're studying the speed of reproduction of paramecia. Paramecia are the most complex single-celled organisms.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
Well, what we need you to do is probably not so interesting.
And what is that?
We'll need you to come in every day at the same time and count the paramecia.
Count paramecia?
Yes. It's very important to keep an accurate count and fill the numbers in on a form. I'll show you where the forms are and explain how to complete it later. After you've completed the form, you need to give it to Nancy. She's the woman that you met in the lab office. She'll feed your numbers into the computer for our statistical analysis. Right now, though, I want to introduce you to the other members of our team so that we can arrange a convenient time for you to come in.